I was just sitting here being kind of lazy on a Saturday morning, reading a book, drinking some tea, and I thought, this is kind of cool. I don't have to jump up and do anything. I don't have anyone that I need to take care of right now. And it got me thinking about some of the benefits to being in my 50s. And often we focus on the negatives like our body and, time's running out, all that. I do that for sure. But today I just kind of went down this rabbit hole of thinking about all of the good things. And I thought this would make a great video. And I hope to inspire some of you to start thinking this way. So I have 5 things that I want to share with you that I think are great life changes that come to us in this stage of our lives. And the first thing is choices. I have all of these choices now, and I didn't have them in the past because I was so busy parenting, being a wife, all of those things. And all my choices were based on family need or what I was supposed to do. Now I can listen to whatever song I want on the radio. I don't have to have a kid's song or, listen to their channels. I can watch what I want on TV. If I watch TV, I don't do that much, or go to a movie. I can go to the restaurant of my choice. I could live in my car if I wanted to. I know a lot of people are doing that. I've actually thought about it. Maybe get an RV, live in my RV. I could never even think about that before. That wasn't a choice. It wasn't an option. It wasn't even a way of thinking. Would have never entered my mind. I could travel the world. I could take on a graveyard shift job. I wouldn't have to think about the hours and what the needs are of the family. I mean, there's just so much. It's endless. There's just all of these choices that I didn't have before. And it's crazy. It is such a, life turnaround, such a shift. Like I can't even imagine having had that all my life where I would be. I don't regret the time of active parenting. I don't regret those decades. I had a long span, longer than most, because I had my first at 19 and my youngest just turned 18. But I mean, it was a good time, and I kind of missed that hustle and bustle and that noise in the house. But there's something to be said about choices. I'm learning a lot about myself. I didn't even know what I wanted or what my preferences were. Sometimes I did, and I would just stuff it, but not anymore. Now I get to do what I want. The other thing is freedom. There is so much freedom. I feel like I've been a caged animal, and I still feel that way about going to work, which is a whole nother video. But after work, like, I don't have to race home and pick someone up from school or make dinner for someone or get them off to their, ballet class or their sporting event or go to a school meeting or anything like that. I have freedom. After work, if I want to, I can just go to a park. I can go shopping. I could go to a movie. I could go out to dinner. It's just bizarre. And sometimes when someone asks me, do you want to meet for dinner? Like I in my head, I'm thinking, oh, well, I can't, and then I realize I can. Like, I've never had that option before. And it's really, really cool. So freedom in any way. And today was that day, just kind of being a little lazy for an hour. I never had that before. I had to get up early, no matter what day it was. There's always something going on and always people to take care of and a house and all those things. But today I sat there and I thought, this is really weird. Like, I don't do this. And the reason I don't do it is because I'm not used to it. I don't know how to. So it's fun, It's fun to be able to be free, to not be pinned down, to not be, closed in. And although I miss some of it, it's such a good thing. And that's how I've changed in this decade of my life. And I just love it. So I'm hoping to have more of these lazy Saturdays or lazy Sundays or whatever it is. But, you know, even freedom right now, if I want, I could just get up and go to the park and go for a walk. I couldn't do that before without gathering up the kids or being accountable to somebody. And it's just, it's life changing. So it's a very good thing. I think Martha Stewart used to say that. I didn't mean that, but it is really a good thing. The other thing that is so life-changing that I've noticed since my kids turned, you know, I wouldn't say 18, I'd say around 16 is when I started slowly detaching and kind of going down this pathway of freedom and choices and all that. But the other thing is goals. Like my life was centered around everybody else's goals. I was trying to help them, you know, do whatever it was, whether it was go into sports or, you know, get good grades or get ready for college and all those things. It was always about them. And so my goals kind of get brushed aside. And like I said, I was 19 when I had my first child. So there you go. Somehow I managed to get my bachelor's degree in psychology, but it took me like, I want to say 9 or 10 years of going part-time here and there. And it wasn't until my kids were like 16, so not even that long ago, no, maybe they were 15, that I finished it up because I still had just a few classes hanging on. And I finally got my bachelor's degree. I was the oldest one at the ceremony. That's okay, but I did it. But the point was that, you know, I was busy focusing on their goals all that time. So mine got pushed aside. And now I have the freedom to pursue them. And I even went back and started working on my master's, which after I did that, I realized that was an old goal. I'm not career oriented anymore. I'm kind of coming down, winding down to hopefully being retired someday. So I stopped doing that. And it was also a little more difficult than it was when I was younger, just cognitively and everything. And I thought, you know, I'm in a different stage in my life. I have to move on from this. But I had the freedom to try it and to go and do it. Another thing I did was I finished my book that I had been working on for years. I just hunkered down. I would go in my room and I would just write. And then all of the other things, the editing, all the things that go with that take a lot of time. Well, I didn't have that before. And I would have felt selfish, like I'm taking away if I just went and detached from the family and the kids are sitting there needing help with homework or getting things ready for tomorrow or their science project, whatever, you know. So I didn't, you know, I wanted to, though. I had this pull to do it, but I would just ignore that and let it go. But now I can work on my goals. And one of my goals that obviously has come up is to try and pursue YouTube, you know. That, it's funny enough, my kids mentioned it to me and they were doing some videos and I thought, I didn't even know what YouTube was. See, that's how detached I am. And once I learned what it was, I'm like, what? People really do that? I want to do that. And so I didn't start right away because I was busy parenting, but I started researching it and kind of wondering about it. But now I can go all in. Now I can sit here on a Saturday and make a video just because I thought of an idea. I don't have anything I have to do for anybody today like I used to. I can make my video. I have time to edit it. I can, you know, get creative and start pursuing some of my goals. It's really amazing and it's life-changing. And it's weird because I'm older and I don't have the same, you know, vision path that I had before. Before everything was kind of focused around career. And so it would be like, oh, I have to, you know, make something of this and because that's going to be my career path or whatever. Now it's just different. I feel like I want to just share something. I want to just kind of, I want to develop my hobbies and the things I like to do. And I fell in love with YouTube. And that's so cool that I don't have to push that aside now. I can work on that goal or that ambition or that dream or whatever it is. And that is so life-changing. But there's one thing that gets 2 points. I said there was 5 things that I want to share with you. Well, this next one is a combo 2 because it's so important. And that is that I'm comfortable in my own skin. I know that's cliche and I don't mean it that way. I mean it sincerely. So I've had 59 years of worrying about what everyone else thinks and trying to conform, and fit in with the moms at school or the people at work or whatever it is. And one thing that I've noticed is over the years, and mostly like this decade, I've kind of developed into myself and just being me and seeing the need to just kind of self-actualize. I mentioned that in another video. And that's just kind of the concept of being the best that you could be. And I want to do that, but I want to do it for me. I don't want to do it because other people, do it this way or that way. I want to do things that I want to do. Plus, it doesn't bother me if I'm not perfect. Like I'm sitting here with my icky nails, and I decided I wasn't going to pay for that anymore because it's like $100 now. And so here I am. I'm just going to be me with my nails that I was given at birth. And for now, I may change, and I may, if I get a gift card, I'm definitely going to do it. But I'm okay with being on video, on camera. That's the point. Without my nails being done. And my hair, I'm ready. Like today, I wanted to do my hair color today. Today was my hair color day. But I didn't do it, and I still came on camera. I mean, I'm okay with that. Because that's just me. That's who I am. And this is the package, but this is me. And I don't have to feel like I have to change me. I'm obviously, not the slimmest in the room. And sure, would I like to be? Of course. But I'm not going to stop my life and not come on camera because I'm not perfect. And I'm not going to be uncomfortable going out in public. I'm not going to wear a bikini, but I'm also not going to not swim and not put on my swimsuit. You know what I mean? It's like I am who I am, and I'm comfortable. And I'm also comfortable, this is the second part, with my choices, my ideas, my boundaries, all of those other things that are so important, even more so important than your physical appearance. Boundaries are a big one, and I'm going to talk a lot about that in the future because that's part of what my book is about, is where I had broken boundaries and I had some, really horrible events take place because of it. But boundaries are so important. And I'm so strong now knowing what I need and what I avoid and what I won't let in my life that I don't think anyone could really sway me. And I'm so glad that it's that way. I'm so comfortable with that. I feel like I've just grown so much. And in the past, again, when you're parenting and everything, you have all of this stuff that sways you because you're supposed to be a certain way. You're supposed to parent a certain way. You're supposed to look a certain way for your kids when they go to their events and everything, and dress a certain way. And you're just supposed to put on your best face, I guess. And now I can just be me. And it's not that I don't try and put on my best face, but I'm okay if I'm not. And that was never that way before. So, and ideas and opinions, if somebody doesn't like my opinion, that's fine. I don't feel like I need to change anyone else's opinion even. I'm just comfortable with mine and who I am. So that's another benefit that comes with being this age and having that kind of life experience. And I cherish that. I love it. I think it changes my journey drastically, being able to just walk in my own skin and be who I am. Had a disability. I have a disability, and I'm going to do a video about that too. Hopefully that will help somebody. But I was in a wheelchair for 2 years, and then afterwards I had to wear these funky, horrid boots. And I know some people who go through this disability, they kind of stayed locked up in their house and they don't go out in public. Well, you know what? I wore those boots. And there was even one day when I was really down and my daughter said, I said, I'll never be able to wear a dress again because I can't wear those shoes. And she said, Mom, you put your dress on and you rock that dress. And that's exactly what I did. I wore those funky boots with my dress. Now come on, that took some guts. And I did that. And I would go in public. I would do whatever because that's just who I was at the time. And it doesn't define me. Everything that happens doesn't define me. And I'm okay with that. I wish it were different. I wish I could wear beautiful, sexy heels. And I wish I could wear beautiful slimming dresses and and bikinis and all those things, but it's not who I am. So I'm happy with who I am, and I accept it, and I okay with it, and it will evolve and change over time, and I will be different, and someday I may be a raving skinny beauty, but if I'm not, I'm okay. I really am. So those are my things about, turning 59, almost 60, I guess, and just kind of some of the benefits from it. I just love it. I think it's great, but I'm on a real positive win today. Maybe tomorrow I'll be making a video about all the things I'm miserable, because I'm 59 or whatever and turning 60. But for today, I'm on an upswing, and I'm hoping I inspire you to think about some of these things. And, you're unique. So what kinds of things is it for you that you enjoy at this stage in your life, or that you're looking forward to if you're not at this stage yet? So anyhow, just something to think about on a rainy Saturday. And who knows what I'll do today, because I have all this freedom and choices, and I'm happy with who I am, and I'm going to wear my funny shoes. I might go for a walk. I don't know. Maybe I'll go out to dinner. It'll be interesting, but yeah, life took a turn for sure. Anyhow, have a good day. I will see you soon.